Hey, welcome back. So today we're going to continue with the overview of FL Studio 2024. Let's get into it. So we still get this error message that's asking us if we want to register. So we go ahead and continue in trial mode. And we get this other error message that tells us that we have everything in the wrong place. But that's also something I can change later. Also, when you click continue, you're going to be asked what version you want to open. We want to version the All Plugins edition. That's the one we want to click on right there. I want to go ahead and drag this over to the left and make that a little bit smaller, the browser. I don't really need it that much. Okay, so let me move the playlist here, make some room for the mixer. So now we're going to add instruments to the channel rack. And we're going to go hit the little plus sign down below and add a different instrument there. But before we do that, I'm going to explain what the sampler button is. So when you click on the sampler button, you get this little window here. Let me move it over here. There's a thing that says File None. So what that means is we can choose whatever sound we want, any audio song. You can also drag it down where it says drop sample here. So I'm going to go pick a drum sound out of my library, and you will build your own library. Don't worry about it. Let me just grab that one. Now that is a triggerable sound. While we have this window open, we can do a little bit of sound shaping. The normalize button will make it as loud as possible, and then the out button will kind of roll the tail off a little bit. Now I'm going to add a hi-hat, so I'm going to hit plus there. I'm going to go back to sampler, and then in the file section, I'm going to click on the little folder, and then I am going to choose a hi-hat. So I'm going to go ahead and hit open on that, and then I'm also going to add a snare drum. Go ahead and shut that window down and hit plus and add another sampler for that. So now I'm going to go ahead and pick the snare drum that I want. So I'll choose that one right there. So now I'm going to add some synths to the mix. I'm going to go find and add Boo Bass for bass. And then set that over here. Then we're going to go back to the plus sign there, and I'm going to add the FL keys for piano. Okay, so now I'm going to add a synth, and we're going to go down to where it says harmless. Right there. And that should do it for the synths we're going to use for this template. Okay, let's get into mixing right now. In the channel rack, you've got assignable numbers, and they're right here. So you can send that sampler or synth to any output you want. Let's go ahead and assign the kick to 1, and then we're going to assign the hi-hat to number 2 there, and the snare to number 3. And go down the line here. One of the things I recently learned is how to color code and quickly label all of these mixer tracks. So you're going to right click and then choose whatever the instrument is. So I'm going to go ahead and right click on number 2 here and go to change color and icon. And I'm going to choose the hat. So now I'm going to go ahead and go right down the line and assign the snare for 3 and then all the other instruments. So now we have everything color-coded and assigned and ready to go for the template. So let's talk about keyboard controllers now, MIDI controllers, because we need to be able to hear what we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust this size-wise. It doesn't need to be as big. So now I'm going to go ahead and click on the options and go to the MIDI, and you'll see that's my keyboard controller right there, and it needs to be enabled. And then that should do it. If you see that this is green here, then you're good to go. Full disclosure, I did not hit record on the sound when I did the screen cap, so that's why you're not hearing anything. It's a mistake I won't make again. So now that we've got that done, we're going to save the template. So we're going to go ahead and go to File, Save As, and then we're going to go choose the location down here where the little folder icon is, and then we're going to type the file name. So we're going to call this template. Song template. Before we do that, we're going to have to choose a location. So go down here to the folder, and then we are going to go to, let's go stretch this out and see where the path is. We got to go back to FL Studio Projects, and we're just going to go ahead and save it there. It doesn't let us save because this is the trial version, but that's where you would save it. You would save it in the template folder. So that's going to do it for making a reusable template. Next time around, we will start making beat patterns. As always, if you need to contact me, you can reach me at studioonaBudget@gmail.com. We'll see you next time. Thanks.